my channel, Glow with Candace. So on today's episode, we're gonna be talking about a nail product from the line COLORSTREET. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this brand, but it's an up and coming thing where reps are working for this company and they're selling things via social media and in Facebook groups and things like that. And they sell to you what is available through their warehouse. So I have a friend who recently started selling this, so I was intrigued and I wanted to try it because there were some cute designs and I liked what she had to say about it. So I've purchased this product and tried it 3 different times. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about my honest opinions, the pros and cons to using this, and whether or not I think you should purchase this, and I'll discuss prices and whatnot. So just to talk a little bit about COLORSTREET, it is an American-made brand, and the whole idea behind this is it's real nail polish that is somehow like dripped and pressed onto like, they don't say what kind of sticky paper it is, but it's like sticky, it's almost like a sticker is the best way to describe it, but it's not a sticker. Obviously they're not sharing their secrets because they don't want other nail people to do it. But the whole idea behind it is it's real nail polish. There is no drying time whatsoever, and it's American made, and there are a bunch of different designs, and they make it for pedis, and they also make it for manicures. And as well, like they say, it's supposed to last about 10 days on the nails without falling off. So there's a lot of benefits that they're like selling to people, saying like, hey, this does a really great job, you guys should try this, so the no drying time, blah blah blah. So that is what caught my attention, and that it lasts for a good amount of time. Because if you've seen some of my other videos, I did make a video about long-lasting nail polish because it's really important for me as a healthcare worker and someone who's washing my hands constantly and doing yard work and things like that. It's important that my nail polish doesn't chip, doesn't fall off, and doesn't peel off very easily. I want it to last because my boss is a stickler about nails, and 2, I kind of am too. I'll look at my nails, and as soon as I start to chip, I kind of want to change it up. I'm just gonna call these nail polish stickers because that's kind of what they are, but these stickers, they're designed with a base, a color, and a top coat. So the whole idea behind it is that you don't have to use a top coat and it should last you for a while, and it's supposed to just remove easily with, of course, just nail polish remover. And since it's made with real nail polish, they're very specific about not keeping it anywhere too warm and to be careful once you know you have it, and once you open the package, it's important that you use it fairly soon because it will dry out since it's real nail polish. I took pictures of wearing each one that I wore so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the pros and cons. They come with 16 nail beds, so that means that there are 8 sizes for each hand that you can kind of play around with and see what fits your fingers. And essentially they say like you have another set that you can use, which I'm kind of confused by that. If they say if it's exposed to air, it dries out. I have not used it after the fact. I put them in little Ziploc bags to see if they'll use, but I wanted to keep trying different sizes and seeing what works best for me. So this color is in a petite and it's on my nails now, and this is called Achieve Grapeness. And it's really pretty. It has a beautiful ombre effect and it's sparkly. And like I said, this is considered petite and it's what's on my nails now. And then unfortunately, I can't get the names of these 2 because they're no longer available. That's something that happens as stuff goes out of stock very often, and then it'll get back in stock. So if they're not available, I can't see what the names are. So this one as well, this one is like a beautiful red and gold type ombre effect. And then this one, I wasn't even supposed to get this one. I ordered something different and they sent me this floral one instead. And I was supposed to get something different, but I didn't complain. I was just like, whatever, I'll just use it because it was still cute. As you can see here, just the floral. I zoomed in a little bit more so you could see the floral effect. So, and this one is a regular size, and then the one prior, the gold and the red, is also a regular size as well. So let me talk about, it's hard. It's like, do I start with the good or do I start with the bad? And honestly, I'm not even gonna tell you whether or not to purchase this at the end of the day because I feel like you need to take the pros and the cons and see if that's something you want. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about, I think I'm gonna talk about the bad first and then end with the good, because I feel like that's the good way to end this video, is on a good note. So first of all, before I purchased this, since I have little nails, I asked the rep and I said, hey, I have tiny nail beds and I really think that maybe I should purchase the petite. What do you think? And she said, oh, you know, my little toddler, I put the normal size and it's just fine, you know. And I was like, okay, well, if a little toddler can wear them, I sure can. So I ordered that gold and red one, and I guess the floral one, even though I ordered a different color and got that, in the normal size. So when I first got them, I was like, oh, okay, the instructions were pretty easy. You take one sticker off and you place it on your nail bed, and then you kind of like file it down so that way it's like cut off and it's pressed on there. But the problem with those bigger ones is my nails are really tiny, so I couldn't find many that fit my nail bed very well. They would overlap on my skin on the sides, on my cuticles here, and I couldn't get them to fit or stick the greatest. So I struggled with that, and on top of that, I had a lot of overhang. What you can do with these products too is, the reason why I still have 8 is you can use half for one nail on one side and the other half for the other. So that's why I still have 8 left on all of these, because I use half of it for my right hand and I use the other half for my left hand. So that process is pretty cool. If they really dry out like they say they do, this will dry out and I won't be able to use it. So I haven't tried that effect yet. But if that is the truth, I'm wasting half of the nail than like what I'm paying for. So I don't necessarily like that, but I don't know how true that is. I could reuse it, so don't quote me on that whatsoever. But that was something that really irritated me, was I had a difficult time fitting my nail bed. And not only that, was the tiny one that I did put on my nail, then it was too tiny. So then I had this overhang of no nail polish on my nail bed. So that was really frustrating. And I will say the first time I applied this, it took longer than I wanted it to. So yeah, there's the bonus of no dry time, but it took a while for me to apply it. So because you have all these stickers and you have all these things that, like, you have the top sticker and the bottom sticker, and then you have the package that it comes in, and then you have the plastic package that's inside. So that's another thing I don't like, is when you apply this, it's really, really messy. You have garbage everywhere, which is, to me, is annoying, because when you paint your nails, you have your 2 nail polish, you have your top coat and your base coat, and that's it. But when you do this, you have garbage everywhere, and the little plastics are just annoying because some of them are invisible, so you don't necessarily see them. So make sure wherever you do this, just be aware you need like a little towel to put your garbage on, because the garbage gets everywhere. The next thing that I don't like about this product is, if you do have short nail beds like myself, not only short, but I also deal with like, they're not wide, but they're not real thin either, but my nail beds are short and they're not super wide. So that's the thing, because I have little hands. So if you have short nail beds like myself, if you get something that has a print on it, or if you get the ombre effect, you're not gonna get much color or that ombre effect or that pattern on your nail. It's gonna cut off majority of it. And I'll show you guys in the red and gold. You saw what that looks like. I'm gonna post a picture here, and you can see that you couldn't really see all the color. You just mostly saw the one color, and I didn't have much gold. So that was kind of disappointing, because my nails are so short that I didn't show much of the pattern. Now what I did for the floral is I grew my nails out more than I would normally, and I didn't trim them beforehand, and I put that on so I could see the pattern better and more, and that worked. And that's because my nails were longer, but typically I don't like longer nails, so that was also a downfall for me as well. Now, something that you wouldn't really understand unless you use this, I guess, frequently, is for the last month and a half, I have been using just COLORSTREET. So I started with one, I removed it, I put another one on, removed it, put another one on. So I got very comfortable with how to remove them, what it's like removing it. And let me tell you, the glitters are really hard to remove. They're not as easy as my glitters that I use in my nail polish. I know glitters and nail polish can be kind of tough, but this was a little bit more tougher. And not only that, but after you remove it, there's also a sticky film on your finger that doesn't come off with the nail polish remover. You kind of have to scrape it off. So that's kind of annoying to me because that's just extra work. I don't want to scrape off that sticky stuff. And I didn't notice it with the first nail that I used, but after I used the floral one, I noticed when I removed that one, there was a lot more sticky stuff, and it was very difficult. I had to like scrape my fingernails, which I did not like doing, so that wasn't fun, and that took extra work as well. I don't know about you guys, but I want the least amount of work to paint my nails with great payoff. And the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the price. So they have this deal where if you buy 3 at a time, you get a 4th one free, and that's pretty good. But on average, these range from $11 to $13 each. So if you think about it, you should be getting multiple uses out of this. If you do it the way I told you about, using one strip and using it for both sides, you could potentially get 2 uses out of this package. But that's if the other side doesn't dry out if you put it in a Ziploc bag, which once again, I haven't tested. So if that's the case, you're getting about on average 2 uses, right? And it lasts about 10 days. Well, if you're paying $13 for that, if you think about it, my nail polish, a full tube, costs $13, which I get more than 2 uses out of. So to me, the price doesn't match up for what it is. Yes, it beats going into a nail salon if you're getting a cute print. However, I feel like I'm paying more for it than what it's worth, in my opinion, and the amount of payoff that I get for it. And then the last thing that I don't like is I notice on the tips of my nails, since you file it down, I notice that the tips of my nail get chipping. So if I'm opening things, if I'm banging my nails around, if I'm typing, I notice the tips get chipping and they peel. And sometimes up above, when it starts to grow out a little bit, when your nail starts to grow out, I notice that can sometimes peel a little bit too. So that's another pet peeve that I have with this product. When I'm talking about how it chips kind of at the tip, it starts to do that immediately. So unfortunately, it's not on day 10 or day 9. I notice it like the day after. So I've been wearing these nails on my hand for 4 days now. They're beautiful from a distance, right? I gotta somehow show you guys my thumb here. So you see right here along the tip, that was just from opening. If you guys can see, this is really hard. Try turning your try turning your thumb to the camera. This is really hard. Let's see, I'm gonna try that. So you see here about the tip, it's really hard to show you. I'm gonna show you guys in a picture because it's really hard to see, but right there along the tip, it's chipped off. When you look up close, there are parts that do not have nail polish. You see that? I wanted to give this a fair shot, and that's why I ordered a 3rd one, which is the petite. I wanted to see how the petite fit me, and I still struggled with the petite. I have nail bed that's not covered, and they have little tips and tricks. If your nail bed isn't covered, you can clip off a piece and put it on. That's too much work. I'm sorry, but I'm already sticking them on, pressing them on, filing them down. Like, I don't wanna take a little clip and clip some off and stick it there. That's too much work already. Like, I want this to be easy. That's part of why I purchased it, was so it was easy and efficient. So they do have tips and tricks of what you can do, but that just makes more work in my opinion. I will say the more you apply, a little bit faster you get, but it's still messy and it still takes a little bit of time. Now I know I've talked a lot about bad and what I don't like, but this also has some good things too. So I want to talk about the good things. So one of the good things that I do like is I love how it doesn't come off with water. So you can wash your hands a million times and this does not chip it away, does not peel it away. It's like stuck on there. So I do love that. I haven't had any problems with it lifting, with the sticker coming off completely. I do not deal with that whatsoever. I will say that I do love the top coat finish. It's nice and smooth and very vibrant, and I feel like the colors keep their vibrancy for the extended period of time. So another benefit I love is there is no drying time, so you don't have to wait around to start doing things. I mean, once you put these on your nails, you can do whatever. They're on there like glue, like literally. So I do love that benefit because I'm super bad about waiting for my nails to dry completely before I use them. And that is just something that I think a lot of us can be guilty for. And then of course they have a lot of really cute designs. So I do love the fact that there are so many cute designs to pick from. The only thing is that sometimes they're out of stock and they don't restock them, or they take a while to restock, and they don't have a whole lot of petite options. So now that I've used petite, I feel like that's what I need to use personally, because I feel like the other ones are just kind of a waste for me. But they only make like a couple petites and they don't always have them in stock. So that's another downfall. I feel like I'm saying a lot more downfalls than I'm saying a lot more cons than I am pros, but if you don't have tiny nails like me, you may not deal with that as much. But I will say they don't keep things in stock very well and they don't always replenish it. But the designs can be really cute. So I think if you're wanting to purchase a really cute design and you don't want to go to the nail salon, I think it's totally worth it. I think it would be fun and not too pricey, but at the same time for me, if it's not going to be in petite, then I'm not gonna be able to purchase it. So I'm hoping like maybe for fall or Christmas there will be some cute ones that maybe I can use that would be really cute to wear. But at the end of the day, like I can only use petite, and I've only ever seen a couple in stock at a time, and they're usually just like a solid color. I don't think this is worth the price of just a solid color. I think if you're going to get a cute design, it's totally worth it in that retrospect. But to be using this constantly and keep doing this to your nails instead of nail polish or going to the salon, I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. I think that it's fun if you want to get a cute design and change up your nails a little bit, but I don't think the price and for what it is worth you to just get a normal pink or a normal red or just a glitter. I liked how this one was like an ombre glitter, and so that's why I went with it. And if you noticed, all the ones that I picked are stuff that I couldn't just normally do with nail polish, and I feel like if you can't just normally do it with nail polish, then yeah, give it a try. But if it's just a basic color or basic glitter color, like no, I don't think that's worth it whatsoever. Now that I think about it, I feel like I'm mostly dogging on this brand more than I am hyping it up. I know I had said that I wasn't going to give you guys what I would do, but I think I had already just said it unintentionally. So I think, you know, if you're not gonna get a cute print and put it on, then I don't think it's worth it, and I wouldn't regularly do this either. I think it'd be just something fun to switch up with and to do to change it up. But personally, like, I feel like my nail polish that I use now lasts longer. It lasts more than 10 days, and I don't get the chipping like I do. Yeah, I have some dry time that I have to wait on, but I really am happy with the nail polish that I use. But if I'm wanting some cute designs, then maybe I'll go with this COLORSTREET. But too, since I have small nails, I have to go with petite, or else it will peel off because it sticks onto your skin and then it doesn't adhere to the nail and it just falls off. So that's important too, like making sure you get the correct size. If you have small nail beds like me, trust me when I say this, you need to go with petite. I do not care what your rep says, because it's just more work if they say, oh, you can trim that, or oh, you can take that, or, you know, it just, no. It doesn't. And even though one of my nails, it exposes like the nail from a distance, you can't really tell. I just can tell because I look at my nails and I'm really closely, intently looking. But personally, like, I feel like if you have small nails, you need to go with petite, and if you have a normal nail bed, then definitely go with the normal size. But even with petite, I struggle with getting the appropriate sizes for my nails. So it just goes to show you, everybody's nails different, and it's just gonna depend on how your nail beds fit with these stickers. So that's just my opinion on it. It could work great for you, and if that's the case, you could be like a whiz at applying them too, like do, real fast, real done. But for me, even though I've done this 3 times, I've only gotten a smidge faster, and I just hate all the garbage I have all over the counter when I'm doing this, because you take a layer of plastic off, and then you take a bottom sticker part off to expose it, and then you have this little tip that you tear off, and it's just a lot of garbage. So I feel like at the end of the day, I've said more negative than positive. But I mean, you guys wanted the pros and cons. I'm just being honest with you, what I like and what I didn't like, and you guys can decide what you want to do with this information. Also, I'm very curious, have you guys used COLORSTREET? What is your experience with them? Do you have easy tips or tricks? Like, I really personally want to know, because honestly, I've told you guys how I feel and where I want to go with this, and I just want to know, like, is it just me? Do you guys feel the same way? Have you been curious about this? I mean, after what I've said, does it bother you? Does it not bother you? Are you gonna purchase one? Are you gonna try it out? Like, I really want to know what you guys are thinking, what you've thought of using this product, because I know I didn't really know anyone personally who had used them. I just was going off the rep, and of course they're gonna promote it and say how great it is because they're trying to sell. She must think it's good enough to sell though, because why else would she do it? So her nails always look fabulous, but also she probably is a pro at applying them, and when they don't look good, she probably doesn't take a photo. And she also has long fake nails, so I think that's another thing too. If you have longer nails, it might be better for you as well. So yeah, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, if you've used this, if you haven't, how you feel about what I've said. I really want to hear from you guys and see what you guys think. Thanks for stopping by with Glow with Candace. I hope you enjoyed my pros and cons review of the COLORSTREET nails. If you like what you saw, hit the like button down below. And if you're new here and want to see future videos like this and more by me, hit the subscribe button down below. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But until next time, bye!